Good morning, guys. Rainy, crappy day out there. It's actually freezing rain. Gerald and I were supposed to go do photos today, but we're not. The roads are terrible. We have quite a bit of ice on the back roads where we'd be going looking for snowy owls. So we said, it's not the best, safest day. So I also mentioned to you guys that I want to do a video on my stepfather's watch. So it was kind of weird how this came about. I ended up watching a video on YouTube of a guy repairing a watch, and it reminded me that I have my dad's 1973 Accu Quartz Bulova watch. And so what I want to do is see if we can do a little bit of a session, and if Dave comes through and gives us any messages about this watch, or if he has any other messages for anyone else, it's going to be a paranormal session. Let's do this. So there is the watch itself, and you guys can see it's pretty beat up. I mean, Dave wore this for, 45 years. It's got no strap. It does have a nice little diamond in there. It's a Bulova Accu Quartz with a tuning fork system in there. It's before they switched to pure quartz watches. I don't know a lot about them. I don't know if this watch actually works. If I put a battery in it, would it still work? I'm pretty sure that it needs to be cleaned and oiled and everything like that, serviced. So it would probably cost a few $100s minimum, but I think it's probably worth it. These came with electroplated gold bands as well, but I think I would just replace it with a nice dark brown leather. I do love the styling of this particular watch, but you can see it needs a new crystal. It's pretty scratched up. Okay, so I'll just show you guys online. There's many variations of these Accu Quartz watches with the tuning fork on them, the different faces on the watches, but they run anywhere from like $150 to right up to $1,000 if they've been restored. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how beautiful this watch is. I found the one that was restored and went for $1,300 American, and to me that looks brand new, like they resurfaced the electroplating, and it's got a nice beautiful dark leather band on there. I think that looks even better than the 10 karat gold plated steel bands that they originally came with. I would prefer to just do a leather one like this, but seeing that also inspired me. But then the price, I was like, oh shit, what's it gonna cost me? And in my hometown, can I even find somebody reputable enough to service this and trust them that these tuning fork movements, a lot of them were replaced by, they went to solid quartz movements inside them. So, if this doesn't work, that's an option, but I'd like to keep as many original parts in here as I can, but I don't know enough about this stuff to trust, what guys are doing, whether they're taking things out or changing things. I don't know. I need somebody reputable. Bulova has combined the advanced technology of its famous tuning fork movement with the high precision of a quartz crystal that vibrates at an exact frequency of 32,768 cycles per second. The result is an electronic timepiece that is far more accurate than the amazing 1 minute a month Bulova Accutron. It's called Accu Quartz, and it's styled as sleek and as slim as fine watches should be, with the distinctive diamond set insignia dial. Now, these watches, from my research, were known to lose less than 3 minutes a year, purportedly. Okay, so this is now, and also, if we look back on the screen here, we see the stainless case was $225, and the yellow stainless, it doesn't say gold, was $295. So he probably paid even more than that. Now, if we converted $295 into today's money from 1973, that'd be like $1,000 watch. And Dave was known for his taste. He liked his rings and his watches. So how did I end up with Dave's watch? Well, there's a funny story. I was coming into town to do work. One weekend I lived 180 kilometers away from here, and I stopped and I had to go to a business meeting, so I needed a new watch. And I stopped and I bought this nice Armatron. It's $150, beautiful black. It's its own styly thing here. It's not super expensive, but it's got a little diamond in there, and I really liked this watch. And I just happened to stop at my mom's for dinner that night, And I showed her my new watch. I was wearing it. I said, check out my cool watch. And she started laughing and she said, "Dear, go get your watch." And she made Dave go get his new watch that he had stopped and bought the day before. And he pulled out the exact same watch as me. So we laughed. All right, we are going to start with Hack Shack, I think. First, I'm going to take a second and connect, say my little prayer of protection to my spirit team. Send out white love and energy. Oh, there's a full shiver down the back of my neck already. And send out an invite for Dave to come talk to me. Oh, arms, goosebumps all down my arms already. Guys, I haven't even sat here for 5 seconds. Like, Dave, you want to connect and come have a conversation with us this morning? Oh, full waves of shivers just continuing down the back of my neck. I dug out your watch and realized how beautiful it is. We know you had good taste in jewelry. Do you want me to fix your watch? Should I take this in and get it serviced? Do you remember the time we both bought the same watch? I still have mine.
You should fold it. That's what the Hack Shack says as I'm examining the band on the watch, and it does have a fold over clasp on that band, so it kind of makes sense what was said.
I heard you. Did Mom sell your other watch? I'll have to ask her about that. Let's just call my mom and ask her.
Cinderella,
My mom's funny. Her license plate is Lindarella, and she works as a PSW, so she's always around town helping the old folks. And that's another running joke, is that she's not Cinderella, she's Lindarella. I was just calling because I'm doing a session on Dave's watch. And I wanted to know what happened to his black watch. The one that him and I both had the same version of.
oh Lord, I don't know. I don't have any of the stuff left, so.
Did you sell it or did you give it to somebody or?
Oh, I never sold anything.
Okay.
I don't think, I gave Uncle Mike a ring, I think, with his, or something, but I never, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly, I don't even remember.
Dave never got rid of anything. He kept everything. And he was like me, he has all the boxes for all the stuff he bought over the years. So, do you remember what you paid for this watch? Whoops. Sorry, Dave. One more scratch won't hurt.
Again, here we have Hack Shack saying something that we just talked about. In the conversation I just had with my mom, she talks about giving my sister a lockbox with a ring in it, but she says, I don't think his other watch was in there. And now it says, the ring, yes. Pertinent to what we were just talking about.
I gave Amber the lockbox with his diamond ring in it, so I don't know if the watch was in there. I can't remember, but...
Dave had a great sense of humor. You got a one-liner for us, Dave? Do you want me to fix and wear this watch? And can you send me the money to fix it? Maybe I'll find a lottery ticket or something? Is there time in heaven? Or is time just an earth thing? Do you have any messages for family, Dave? I'm going to switch to necrophonic shortly. But if you could say something that would be totally probably associated with you through Hack Shack again. We know it works, we know it's real, but that would be awesome. What was the cat's name? And is the cat with you in heaven now? The cat was 17 years old and recently passed away back in November.
I haven't had any recent Dave dreams. Does that mean I'm going to have one? If I do, I'll let you guys know.
Oh, full shivers. Oh, another wave of shivers. Just goose pimples right down my arms. I feel you're here. I also feel you've been trying to give me a message for the last few months. I don't know what it is. I know you were talking about Mom in a previous video. Do you watch over us?
What I do now with the ZV-E1, when we switch from Hack Shack to Necrophonic, I'll actually put the little fan system that we bought on the back of the camera, run it for 5 minutes, and I'll open the battery door so that we can then do a full 20-minute session without the camera overheating. I'll show you guys. So there we've got the fans hooked up and running, and I just opened the battery door right here to let the heat out because I think it's the battery that overheats and causes the shutdown on the camera. So we just let that run for 5 minutes. You can hear the fans. Also, while we're waiting for that camera to cool down, I'll show you guys for Christmas, I got the wife to buy me a 3-pack of these replacement FZ100 batteries, new year, and they came very highly rated. Came with a 3 battery charger, which is awesome because the Sony's, it's like $150 for the battery charger and it will only charge 1 battery at a time. Now, I don't normally recommend buying third-party batteries, but these got such good reviews and it was $100 for 3 of them and the charger. And so far, after a week of using these guys, they are as good as my Sony's in terms of how much power they hold. And right now, using the ZV-E1, I'm thinking this battery is not getting as hot as the Sony's are. It does not feel as hot. And the camera was not giving me any warnings or anything, but I've popped the battery out. I mean, it's just barely warm to the touch, and we filmed for 10 minutes there. Now, regularly, my Sony's would be pretty hot when I pop them out of there. So is that because they're older? I mean, some of them were from 2017. I have 2017, 2020, 2024. But these, so far, I'll keep you guys updated. Sometimes I've had bad luck where third-party batteries will swell up, but I haven't seen any reports of that. These seem very well made. Not sponsored. Again, Christmas gift. Okay, so we're going to switch to Necrophonic. I showed you guys that we were running the fan on the ZV-E1 to cool it down. It didn't even really feel that hot. It wasn't getting any warnings or anything. But another thing you can do is just switch batteries. I should mention that. If you've got more than one, take the hot battery out, put in a brand new one. It will cool the entire system down quite a bit faster. I already heard it say Dave. Dave, I just want to connect with you, make sure you're still here. We're going to continue on. I'm asking you, should I fix this watch and wear it? Oh, full shivers. That has now said Dave's name and my mom's name. It just said Linda. Oh, full shivers. Dave, what was the cat's name? And is the cat with you in heaven? That's my dog's name. Did that say my dead dog, Hunter? Did that say his name? Did you say he's here?
Is Hunter in heaven with you too? Oh, guys, that's actually bringing a tear to my eye. Pretty sure it said he's excited. Oh, that dog. That was a sad story with that dog. But so you're saying our pets go to heaven and they're there with us? Does this watch still work? If I put a battery in it, will it work? Did you say you're coming back? Are you coming back to Earth? Are you going to reincarnate?
That also makes sense because Dave was sick with cancer for over 10 years before he eventually passed away.
Did you have something to do with that watch repair video popping up on my list? I don't think that was just coincidence that all of a sudden a watch repair video, which I would not normally sit there and watch, it just feels like it's not coincidence. Like you were reminding me that I have your watch and it needs to be fixed. Is that true? I heard my name again. You would miss so much of what is said if you don't record this. And I know it doesn't mean a whole lot to you guys. Go out there, do your own sessions, please, for the love of family, friends, spirit teams. Guys, I want everybody out there to do their own research. Don't just take my word. Don't take Grant's word that this is real. You're hearing the names come through. Family members. It's real. All right, I hear the kids are home, so we're going to have to end this session, but I'll go analyze what we got, and we'll see. I bet you we got some good, pertinent answers.